Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. These are the traditional words of greeting from the Apostle Paul to all who serve and follow Jesus Christ. Our work in our local church, our annual conference, and our personal lives is an affirmation that the only source of peace in all the world is doing the will of God. As we prepare for annual conference, some of you may already know there are 3,200 eligible members invited to attend and vote at annual conference. At this time, there is no way we can safely gather 3,000 people in one place to attend our conference. Our Book of Discipline, paragraph 603, offers some guidance for us in this unusual time when it says, "But should it become necessary for any reason to change the place of meeting, we may change the place." Our current pandemic has made it necessary to change the place. As lay members and clergy members of the annual conference, you have been invited to affirm the recommendation of the Cabinet, Conference Secretary, and Conference Chancellor, Mr. Greg Huffman, to change our conference roles to allow for online meetings, and in this way, to change the place. I want to thank you for allowing time and space to address the business issues needed for approval in this manner. Our annual conference has been set for August 8th, 2020, beginning at 1:00 p.m. We will stream our meeting on various streaming platforms, including Facebook and YouTube Live, as well as from our website. We will vote using an online voting tool, and while we will conduct the necessary business of the conference online, we will also allow for our lay and clergy members to request a written ballot to ensure that everyone eligible to attend the annual conference has the ability to vote on all items. If you already chose to opt for a paper ballot, those will be mailed to the address we have on file. The paper ballots will need to be postmarked by August the 12th, and the final results will be announced the following week. More information will be sent to the email we have on file for you and will be available on our website. This gathering of our annual conference is important because we need to vote on a number of important items: the approval of our new conference lay leader for the next quadrennium, health insurance, minimum salary, equitable compensation for the coming year, our past service year rate, which impacts the calculation of future pensions, nominations for all of our boards, agencies, and committees, a vote on decreasing the conference budget by 12%, recommendations from the conference trustees and the Cabinet. All reports have been posted on our conference webpage and are available now. The supplemental updates for your consideration will also be posted on our website by July 20th. Please familiarize yourself with this material in order to prepare for our virtual meeting on August the 8th. In our current environment, shaped by the pandemic and in limiting our meeting face-to-face, we may allow a broader number of people to actually participate who might normally find it difficult to travel, find housing, and meals in order to be present. This current climate puts us in a place where we need to realign our conference priorities. Right now, we are pouring so much of ourselves into doing the right thing. The connection we have through Jesus Christ is the primary thing. God is at work. My encouragement to you is to be bold and courageous in this time. Our congregations and communities need to hear a word of hope in the midst of daily dread and worry. This is not a time to lose sight of our calling. It's a time to bring sight. This is a time for opening new things and to see things differently. This is the time for our communities, feeling so much distress, to see the people who follow Jesus as those who are kind, forgiving, and compassionate, as those who trust in God's ultimate providence over our lives and all creation, in all times and in all circumstances. When we get to the end of ourselves and our efforts, this is when God can really work. Finally, I want to thank you for your faithful calling to your ministry. We have worked hard to create a conference of trust, transparency, and a sense of we. Lake Junaluska and our annual conference has been a focal point, a spiritual place for many, many years. How I long for the time when we're meeting again face to face, and we will in time. Like Jacob, who returned to Bethel after 30 years and said, "Surely the Lord was in this place," we come back to Lake Junaluska every year and review familiar surroundings, renew old friendships, and for many, renew our covenant and faith in God. Let us not move away from this moment without renewing our faith and covenant once again as we turn our eyes to what God is doing in this moment. Thank you for your ministry. Thank you for your calling, for your dedication, for your faithfulness. Thank you for all you do. Thank you.